Jacob, tell me how your business was going before you met me and what was going on that made you open to talk to me about marketing in the first place.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. When I first reached out, it was right before the COVID crisis started, and the office was doing pretty well. It's an existing practice that I've just recently taken over, but I wasn't really happy with the base model. The guys before were doing a lot of Groupon stuff. I wasn't happy with the quality of the leads of patients that were coming in, nor with the compensation from Groupon. And felt like there was something better out there. And Sam had reached out to me, and I just was lucky enough to get up on the phone with him. We had a really great conversation, and I mean, I had nothing but good vibes from you, man. From day one, I really could tell that you were passionate about wanting to help chiropractors do their thing, and that meant a lot to me. So after we kind of talked about what you guys did, and as a younger doctor, I kind of understand the marketing a little bit better. I understand search engine optimization. I understand all those things. I just know that I don't have time to do them. So I was really looking for somebody to come take me, take me by the hand and lead me through this, and kind of force me a little bit to do some of these things that made me uncomfortable, that we don't really learn that much about in school. And the rest was just history, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, um, how would you rate, results marketing compared to other advertising mediums and marketing mediums that you've used in the past?
yeah, so I tried two different marketing programs, one through what's it called, Fresh Lime. It was through my merchant service, partnered with them, and I tried the OMC group, and both were kind of just overpriced. They're just listing services. They weren't specialized for chiropractors. They basically just did listings and search engine optimization, and I wasn't really feeling like I was throwing my money away, is what I felt like I was doing with those services. And so I just needed something else.
Yeah, when you're running with the wrong strategy, it's like lighting your money on fire, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody can afford to do that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the quality of the patients that you're getting from our services?
Over the last half of the month, we really dialed it in, and we really upped the quality. I would probably say, on average, like 8 out of 10 patient base. I mean, just really, really awesome stuff. Excuse me, my phones are ringing.
Okay.
Um, and the prepay option really helps for any doctors that are out there. We kind of had it towards the beginning of the month. We changed that up because we were having a problem. We were booking so fast, good problems to have, that we were having a higher no-show rate. But then we kind of opted to have people pay for their slots, and that increased the no-show rate by decreased it by a tremendous amount. And we just have, when we get people in the office, we're good at what we do here, and we're good at taking care of people and letting them know this is what they need to do. And it just, once they're in the office, that's all we need, right? So
Absolutely. It sounds like your first month with us was pretty crazy. How many new patients did we send you in your first month?
Sam, you guys sent me 37 new patients in my office. 37
That
showed up.
And how was your conversion rates as far as converting them to plans, the type of plans that we helped you set up?
Out of those 37, we converted 25 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge. You're a stud. But you got a great business. What you do is amazing, and your staff is amazing, and you have really, real reasonable prices too. So,
I think so. Yeah.
So it's fair to say you were pretty profitable your first month of working with us here at
I couldn't be happier. Yeah, I can't wait to see if we keep this up. It can only mean good things for my practice, more growth, more hours for my practice, more doctors potentially for my practice, and I'm very excited for the future. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, kind of with that being said, I kind of wanted to touch base because we had talked earlier when you had texted me. You actually set a record day for cash collected in your office this month. and you've had several days that have been real close to that. Could you touch on
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we just had a month, a one day where we just had, oh man, I think we maybe had 8 or 9 new patients scheduled through you guys, and a real busy day in the practice in general, and we I think almost doubled my highest data record on just pure cash flow without any auto insurance case, big checks coming in, just pure cash flow. Almost doubled the best day I'd ever had in the practice. So that was huge for us, and it's been nothing but. I mean, I set a goal for myself for income per week, and over the last 2 weeks, we've been doubling that goal. So it's been awesome.
That's amazing, and that's what we're here to do, right? And I know there's a lot of marketing companies out there that try to sign people up on retainers and promise them the moon. Um, I specifically name my company Results Marketing because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right?
Right.
Is the results, because we can do whatever we want to do, but if we can't produce results, then it's all a mute point, and it's
Absolutely.
just another failed marketing strategy. And so we don't want to be them guys. We want to work with people for a long time, not just a couple months. um, so would let me just ask you this: how would you describe your experience working with Results Marketing and my full service team? And what I mean by that is how we provide an actual assistant to work with your assistant and
Sure.
schedule and book and reschedule. And how does that help you guys be able to have these massive days, because you can take advantage of the extra business without all the extra follow-up and work?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And so the way I look at it when I hired you guys is I was basically hiring another assistant, right? That's what I was hiring, another office person, but to do all these things that I didn't have time to do. Your whole team has been nothing but sincere and professional. And, you guys really pushed me to go through and keep the pedal to the metal during this whole crisis thing. When, I had a little bit of precautions with that. Sam, you consistently give me good advice, and we've talked about both of our history in sales, and you've really given me a good insight on we made a pricing schedule that is not just fair for my patients, but with the way the schedule is made up and written, and just the presentation of it has just, I think that's made a huge difference. Um, as far as my bottom line goes, and getting patients to purchase care, care in advance, purchase plans as they go. It just really allows them options to see, hey, if I do a little bit more in the beginning, I save more money, and that really helps with cash flow. And that, I think that's been a huge thing. And I don't pay you for that. That's just services that you offer, just out of the kindness of your heart. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem. And it's just huge. I think in one day it was like $3,284 that you took in.
Yeah.
You've had several days throughout the month like that. And that is so important for a chiropractor, because you're not waiting 6 months to collect that money. And
Right.
sometimes when you get into that cycle and your patients are just paying as they go, it really makes it hard to run a nice. You have a beautiful office building. You got a business to run, and
Right.
you need that cash flow now to be able to do the things and expand and do the
Absolutely. Yeah.
continuing education and stuff you need to do to provide the best service you can. So I'm just happy that we partnered together. And I mean, uh, would you highly recommend Results Marketing to another chiropractor or any business owner for that matter?
Yeah, absolutely. I would highly, highly recommend your team. If you could get this kind of results for other chiropractors or even other business professionals, it's worth every penny. I mean, I've been blown away. As long as the institutions that you're working with have a set and a good structure in their office, you guys are doing what marketing is supposed to be doing. You're getting people in the door. You're getting results. It's up to us to make sure those patients are taken care of, and that they're paying for care plans and going forward. But you guys are holding up your end of the bargain and beyond, in my opinion. So highly recommended.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Jacob.